Welcome back. We're looking at the Minkata notebook, probably one of the most cryptic notebooks in the game, because it doesn't have any text in it, only these compass roses and some numbers, written both as Dani numbers and regular Arabic numbers. You can see these are actually the same numbers. It's very easy to see with the number near the flag and the other numbers in the corner, because Dunny uses a base 25 number system, you might remember, although I think the last time I actually mentioned that was in my Riven Let's Play, so maybe you don't. Um, but they do have a base 25 number system. So this first number here says 5 on the left, and then the second one is 0. So that means that this number is 5 times 25, or 125. And the second one here on the top right is 1 and 0 and 0, which makes it 1 times 25 times 25 is 625. And it's also true for the ones in the compass roses, where you can see this is 14 and 10. So that's 14 times 25, which equals 350, plus 10 equals 360. So they are all actually equivalent. So you don't need to go and convert them yourself, because somebody has already done it for us, presumably someone from the DRC. Okay, let's see what else is in this notebook. More compass roses. That's not all that interesting. Let's see the rest of it. Yes, it's all compass roses. You can see here the number 2 in the top. The first page had number 1 on it. But it's not just page numbers, because this is actually the 4th page of the book, and it's labeled with 2. But it is the second set of compass roses. And there's 7 of them here. And then the next page, actually both pages have the number 3 on them. So probably these 9 compass roses belong together somehow. And again, 2 pages with the number 4 on it. This time with how many is that? 7 plus 6. That's 13 compass roses. And finally, a group of 14 compass roses, also belonging together because both have the number 5 on the page. All of these compass roses, which apparently give you a direction with the green arrow, and a number in the center, and we don't know what that means yet. Well, it is the Guild of Surveyors, so I guess they used compasses. Let's see what we can do with that information once we actually visit Minkata. Yes, we're finally going there. So let me just share that book with Nora. Already looks quite interesting from the linking panel. Okay, lots of lag there.
Yeah, see that this age can be a little bit glitchy if there's two of you. Somebody will might appear suddenly in a different place than what they actually are. You just have to put up with these glitches, and some of them are
Oh.
quite amusing.
And from the looks of it, my recording software is having a little bit of problems with all this dust blowing around, so I apologize if the frame rate of this part isn't too great. Okay, let's see where we are. Looks like a desert. Big dust plain. Arrakis, Dune, desert planet. Maybe. Not
Watch
really.
out for the worms.
Yeah, hopefully there aren't any here. Doesn't really look like Dune though. Dune is much more sandy desert, and looks more like a rocky desert. And it's also much flatter than Dune is usually depicted. Um, anyway, what we do have right off the bat is a couple of bones, and I hope whoever these bones belongs to isn't still hanging around because I don't think I want to meet them
No.
with bones this
No.
size. And considering the surroundings, I don't think they're herbivores. And there is a flag over here, tied to another bone. And it has the same symbol on it, the symbol of the Guild of Surveyors. And, okay, this might look weird to Nora, I'm standing with my back to it. In a third-person view, I get a very nice close-up of the flag now. And it
You
has...
do. You are standing with your back to it. Are you looking at it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it in third-person view, so it's closer to the camera now because I'm behind it. Anyway, and you can see that it has a dunny number on it, and at first glance you might think that this is the dunny number 1, just written very wide, but it's actually 2 numbers because you can just make out a dot in the second box. In the first box you can't really tell what it is. Because it's torn. However, there's only 2 possibilities if you know your dunny numbers. Because the only 2 possible numbers this could be is 5, which has a horizontal line in the middle, or 0, which has a dot in the middle. So every other dunny number would have some lines showing outside of the torn part. And since there aren't any lines outside of the torn part, it has to be either 5 or 0. So this flag either says 0 or 125. And since the notebook had a flag in it labeled 125, I'm betting this is that flag. What the significance of that is, I don't know yet. Interestingly, if you look at it from the other side, the number is backwards. So be sure to look at it from this side, because otherwise it won't make any sense. Another thing you might note straight away is that we're leaving footprints. There's no other H in Uru where you do that. And we have 3 shadows. But that's because there are 3 suns. And actually
Which
these...
you have to sort of get into first person and tilt your camera up in order to see them. I couldn't see the 3 suns. One's quite high in the sky.
Yeah, but you have 3 shadows, so you know there are 3 light sources. And they never actually move. Exactly how you can have a planet in an orbit around 3 stars in such a way that none of them ever seem to move in the sky, I don't know. It takes somebody who's more familiar with stellar mechanics than me to plot out that orbit. But I'm guessing that as a result it's probably quite hot here. But it's also quite windy, so maybe that helps cool things down, or maybe that just makes it hot and windy. You'll probably also get sandblasted here by the look of all that dust. Let's see, there's more flags around here, so maybe more of them have numbers on it, like that red one, but these don't seem to. This yellow one and the green one tied to this structure. And the structure by itself has a stone slab in the center. Can't really get a good look at it from here.
It looks so much like Nolaban, the drawings and the markings on the stones.
Yeah,
and
it definitely seems to be Barrow writing.
Except for the English on
Yeah,
the right
but
hand
it
side.
is very hard to see though. There is English text on it. It's not really readable from where we're standing right now. We'll get a closer look of it later, so we'll see it then. So it's not really that important now. But apparently the Barrow did something on this age if they left a stone here. And you gotta wonder if they did that while the the surveyors were using this age or after. I don't know. And I genuinely don't know. in this particular case, although I think it was probably after. Um, okay, we can actually climb to the top of this structure and see that there's more flags here without numbers on them. So the 625 and 3125, if they are indeed also flags, are still unaccounted for. And there's a compass rose in the middle with the symbol of the Guild of Surveyors in it. That definitely has to have something to do with that notebook and all the compasses in there. But we'll have to figure out what to do with it in the next video.